the league matchup recap with your host, three-time champion, your commish, Los Borrachos.
What up, what up, what up? Ah, shit. Week number 6 in the books. But yeah, some good matchups, some not so good matchup. Someone got their first win. Oh, shit. But yeah, I'll go over high score, low score, blowout of the week, go over the matchups, let you know who's on bye next week. Then we'll go over waiver wire, the QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defense. See who's on the wire you can pick up. Who I feel you should be able to pick up and start. But yeah, man, let's get this shit over with.
New high score. What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Did I break it?
4th round pick out of Oregon. It's been their leading rusher. First and goal, Mayfield for Godwin. An impressive opening Tampa Bay drive leads to a touchdown for Chris Godwin. Be a 54-yard field goal from here. Mayfield is going to get yardage and a first down to Sean Tucker. Inside the 15 and all the way to the house. It's a touchdown. The first of Sean Tucker's NFL career. Godwin in motion. Fake it to Irving. Out to Godwin. In space, and he picks up the first down and pinballs his way inside the 40 and off to the races. Chris Godwin's second touchdown of the day. And Tampa Bay is back out in front. 4-man rush. Mayfield in the pocket, throws end zone. It's caught by Otten for the touchdown.
All right, and our high scorer of the week, won by 155.54. Got to mention that because there's another 155, but he had a 155 point something. OG men with Baker Mayfield putting up 40, Deontay Johnson putting up 19, Devontae Smith coming back putting up 15, Kenneth Walker 20, Joe Mixon 29, Keenan Allen 21. Yeah, pretty much everybody, all his main starters were hitting double digits and over his projection. Good shit, man. Overcoming all those injuries and shit. Should be getting some of your players back. Pittman, fuck, man. I didn't know he was gonna start playing. They were talking about IR. And then obviously Mark Andrews finally scored a touchdown. But still, I think he only had like 3 targets. They're saying what's his name is still playing over him. But yeah, man, fucking Baker Mayfield. Told you guys to pick him up. Deontay Johnson with Andy Dalton fucking back. And I think they get a good stretch of matchups the next few games. And like I said, Devontae Smith back. Did pretty well. Helped out Jalen Hurts. Kenneth Walker. I mean, I don't see how many rush yards. It's just his receiving. But, hey, man, got it done. My bad. That's the, and Joe Mixon coming back, fucking back to how he started. Had that big week 1 and then got fucking illegally tackled. But yeah, also you got Conklin with 3, Calvin Ridley with 0.9, and then the Colts defense with 5. But yeah, man, good shit. 155, highest score of the week. Good luck the rest of the way.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Blowout of the week, brought to you by Yo Mama.
All right. And our lowest scorer of the week was Los Tanks with 98 points. Los Tanks had Dak Prescott with 7, DJ Moore with 6, Jake Ferguson with 4, Amari Cooper with 8, Antonio Gibson with 7, and the Denver defense with 3. Deebo Samuel did what he could with 22, Alvin Kamara with 17, Swift with 21, and that was it. Just 3 guys going over their projection. Let's see. Bench wise, no one really you could have started. Pretty much you had the optimal, what was it? Optimal lineup, whatever the fuck that's called. So yeah, man, fucking just the Cowboys kind of boned you there with Dak Prescott just putting 7. Fucking Detroit was a throwing funnel, as they say. Like he could have thrown all over fucking. But I did hear something about a lineman going down. I think before the game or pretty much the day before. So that didn't help. Didn't have no time to fucking throw the ball and shit. I saw a picture too of I guess the stadium and like the sun looks like it's hitting them like directly in the face. Where it's like, what the fuck, man? How are you supposed to play with the sun just hitting you in the face? I don't know, but that's Jerry Jones. Apparently, he said he's not gonna use. They have curtains or whatever, so he's not gonna use them. So fuck him. I was like, damn, okay. DJ Moore, man, I thought he had that touchdown. I was hoping he had that touchdown, but yeah, he went down like at the 1, and but yeah, that sucks because that would have helped you a little bit more. Uh, it wouldn't have gone to fucking Keenan Allen. So, anyways, yeah, lowest score. Nothing you could do is just team just doesn't perform, doesn't show up, or has miscues. I mean, I told you about Cooper, man, but again, no one you could have started, and then it's not like these guys were injured and they're just on a bye. Yeah, everyone said pick up Alex Pierce, but I was like, I don't know, man, because with Snead there and everything, like I know they were gonna probably focus on him a little bit. Tennessee Titans shut down that those bomb plays or whatever the fuck. But the good thing is you were also blowout of the week. So going from getting blown out, OG men, to being the person blowing someone out. It was by 57 points. So yeah, it was just that Baker Mayfield had that 40-point game, and then everybody on his starting roster was like blew up. Because if you compare it, pretty much it's that one right there, 40. Then you got 22-19, but then it's 6-15. Kenneth Walker, and then Swift, and then Joe Mixon with the 30. Yeah, man. But I mean, like I said, he was the highest scorer, so had he played anybody else, he would have won anyways. Same thing with you. If anyone had played you, they would have won. But yeah, man. Good luck next week. I mean, you don't have to think about it because Dak Prescott would be on bye. So stick around for a waiver, see who you can pick up and start. All right. And now our week 6 matchup results. So we had Los Borrachos beating the Arab Sensations 137 to 129. Los Tanks losing to the OG Men 98 to 155. Mike and the boys beating the Warhammers 155 to 112. Nighthawk losing to the En Fuegos 122 to 133. Rebel Scum losing to the Rook 144 to 147. So yeah, a few close ones. We'll take a look and see what's up. All right. In our first matchup, we have Los Borrachos beating the Arab Sensations 137 to 129. This came down to Monday night. Garrett Wilson putting up 26 points on fucking Monday night. But Kincaid with 11 points. I was a little worried there. I was like, fuck, if Kincaid doesn't do shit, I was going to lose. Because I think I was up by 20, just 20 points. So yeah, Los Borrachos having Caleb Williams start and pickup. Pick up and start. Caleb Williams, 39 points. Bijan Robinson, 25. And Tampa Bay, 22. Tampa Bay, pick up and start. So pretty much the two guys I picked up and started fucking helped me out. If I had a feeling that Cook wasn't gonna go because they said it was turf toe, but I was like, do I want to risk it till Monday? I didn't have anybody else on Monday if he didn't go. If I had known, I would have started Ray Davis, 18 points on my bench. I wasn't gonna start Kamani Vidal. I just held him just in case something happened to J.K. Dobbins. But yeah, had I started Josh Allen with 30 points, I would have lost because I beat the Arab Sensations by 8 points. Those were these 9 points that this guy gave me. The Arab Sensations, he had C.J. Stroud with 27, Garrett Wilson 26, Drake London 19, Sam Laporta 12, Josh Downs 19, San Francisco 11. He did have Brian Robinson out, Malik Neighbors out. ETN, I guess, is dealing with something. Yeah, Warren Benson wouldn't have given him much points either. But he had Javonte Williams giving you 4 points. I'm telling you, man, that Chargers defense is pretty legit. Javonte Williams, 4. Tank Bigsby, 2. Romo Dunze, 6. So yeah, what saved me was that Tampa defense, Bijan. Chuba Hubbard, he gave me 15. He was projected 16, but yeah. Fucking Harrison with 0 fucking points. That dude is soft. I was I was helping Yesenia with a pop-up and I was watching the game on my phone. So obviously I have a headphone on, I'm just hearing it, blah blah, and then they're like Marvin Harrison fucking slow to get up, and I was like, son of a bitch. So I yell it pretty loud. Yesenia looks over to me, tells me to like, keep it down. And we're in public and I'm like, I can't help it, man. Shit's upsetting. But yeah, fucker went down. I saw the hit. It looked like just a regular hit. And then he's like, he falls down like a little bitch. But yeah, fuck it. Maybe you should wear those egg-looking helmets like that safety from the Bills wore yesterday. Fucking bullshit. And then fucking McConkey too. So Harrison drops, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I guess, whatever. So then the second game start, and then instantly McConkey goes down, and I'm like, this motherfucker. I was like, this how today's going? I was like, fuck, man. But luckily he came back, toughed it out a little bit, gave me 8 points. But yeah. Well, that was my story of how this shit went down for me. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I was sweating it yesterday. I was like, fuck, man, they couldn't stop fucking Garrett Wilson from getting. It seemed like every time I heard the call, it was like Garrett Wilson for 14 yards. Garrett Wilson another fucking 15. I was like, motherfucker. But yeah. So good. Fuck you, Aziz. Good luck next week for you. And Mike and the boys, I play you next week. So We'll see what's
All
up.
right. In our next matchup, we had the blowout of the week and lowest score of the week and highest score of the week, all in one matchup. We had OG Men beating Los Tanks 155-98. But yeah, like I went over it. OG Men had 40 from Baker, 19 from Deontay Johnson, 15 from Devontae Smith, 20 from Walker, 29 from Joe Mixon, 21 from Keenan Allen. And yeah, Los Tanks only had Debo, Kamara, and Swift putting up points for him. Everybody else was single digits. I said it's just one of those fantasy days, man. You had like I said, you had fucking Dallas with the prime matchup against Detroit. Pretty much, it's what they do. Dallas throws the ball, they throw the ball out. They can't fucking run the ball, and they go up against a defense that sucks at stopping the pass, and he does nothing. But yeah, I said I went over this in the highest score, low score, blowout of the week. So good luck to both of you next week. All right, and our second highest score of the week, Mike and the boys beating the Warhammers 155-112. Mike and the boys had Stephon Diggs 19, David Montgomery 21, George Kittle 22, T. Higgins 14, Zay Flowers 24. I mean, you had CeeDee Lamb with 16, borderline. His projected. Josh Jacobs 12, but yeah, overall good game. Warhammers had Jaden Daniels put up 27, Darius Slayton 11, Brees Hall 23, Terry McLaurin 23, Pittsburgh defense 13. Yeah, it was just Mike Evans with 5. I mean, I try to warn you, and Zach Moss 0.5. Oh, he lost a fumble. I was like, how did he get 0.5 if he had a reception and 13 rush yards? Goddard, it was like instantly, I think, what happened. I'm not sure. I wasn't watching the games, but I just saw that he was out. Even if he had played, I mean, just with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown back, I don't think he would have gotten some of those targets. Darnell Mooney, 11 points. I mean, they tried to get him the touchdown, man. He just didn't catch it. I was watching that game because of Bijan. Alexander Madison on your bench with 17. Even with that, I don't think it would have done anything. I mean, would have got your points up, but yeah. I don't know about Zach Moss. It looks like Chase Brown might have taken that job from him. So people are saying, just what I'm hearing. As far as Mike and the boys, Bowers was 16 on the bench. That was it. Everybody else didn't put up much points. Fucking Devontae Adams now went to the Jets. Son of a bitch. Of course, when I play you, you're able to start him. But yeah, man. Good shit. Mike and the boys. Catch you next week. Warhammers, good luck next week with your opponent. And we'll move on to the next matchup. And our next matchup, we have the En Fuegos beating the Nighthawk 133-122. This is the En Fuegos' first win of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
So the En Fuegos with Jalen Hurts back, 28 points. A.J. Brown back, 25. Tyrone Tracy with 22 points. Trey McBride, 17. Houston defense, 13. He did have Ayuk, obviously, doing Ayuk things with just 5. Jahmyr Gibbs, I thought he would have had a better day, considering 47 points against the Dallas Cowboys. Chris Olave going out instantly after he fumbled, negative 0.5. Jalen Tolbert, I thought they could have, like I said, I thought the Cowboys could have thrown all over them. But good shit. 133. Algier and Dowdle on the bench. I think Algier with a good matchup, you could probably start him as far as because it looks like they're both going to be running the ball almost similarly, or if they go up big, it might be Algier just closing out the game instead of using up whatchamacallit, Bijan to get those yards. They'll probably just use Algier. But yeah, man, good shit. Like I said, with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown coming back, should give your team a little bit of a boost. For the Nighthawk, he had Derrick Henry with 27, Zach Ertz with 10, Bucky Irving with 18, Austin Eckler with 10, New Orleans with 10, Frank Gore Jr. with 0, and Joe Burrow with just 21, Jamar Chase 12. So yeah, man. Wan'Dale Robinson with just 10. If pretty much your team's depending on those two guys right there, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Who would have thought the Giants had a pretty good defense? But yeah, they held them to low scoring game. But Derrick Henry doing like best he could, 27 points. Zach Ertz scores over as projected. Let's see. Had Tank Dell with 18. Cortland Sutton with 15. Lazard with 25. Lazard, that might have been the last game you could have started him with Devontae Adams going to the Jets. But yeah, man, knowing fucking what's his name, Cook was questionable. You should have left him in a Monday night game. Should have put him in your flex spot. That way you had options. Trusted Adam Schefter and I guess his team or whoever said that he was planning to play. Again, players saying they plan to play doesn't mean shit if their coaches say you're not playing. Just keep that in mind. I picked up Ray Davis because I was like, oh, that fool. As soon as I heard toe, because I believe I forgot what wide receiver went through it, and he missed about 2 to 4 games off of that turf toe injury. So that's why I ended up picking up Ray Davis because his next few games should be good for him. But who knows? Maybe he comes back. They put some. I think they could put something on your foot, but because he's a running back, it might make it difficult for him to run. But yeah, just saying, something to keep in mind for next time. But yeah, again, good shit. The En Fuegos first win. Keep it going. Hopefully now that you got your team back. Well, I mean, I doubt Tracy's gonna be putting up 22 points next week if he doesn't move back to a complimentary role, as they say. But yeah, good shit. Nighthawk, bad luck. But next week should be a better game for you. Should. So good luck to both of you guys. All right, and last but not least, we have the Rebel Scum versus the Rook. It was a tight one. The Rook getting the win, 147 to 144. So yeah, the Rook had Justin Fields. Was it pick up and start? Justin Fields, 25 points. DK Metcalf with 7. There was a lot of missed. Metcalf should have ended with like a big ass game. Godwin with 37 points. Saquon Barkley only 7. J.K. Dobbins with 18. Kyle Pitts with 10. Jaden Reed with 14. Jamal Williams with 17. And Chicago defense with 9 points. Rebel Scum had Tony Pollard with 17. Evan Ingram 20. Najee Harris with 22. Chase Brown with 14. And the Philly defense with 13. Yeah, Lamar Jackson only putting up 25. I mean, it's close enough. Jackson Smith and Jigba with just 10. Connor with 6. I mean, I thought they would have been able to run the ball against the Packers. They just got down pretty fast in that game, and I think he tweaked his ankle, if I'm not mistaken. They were saying he was trying to warm up on the sideline, trying to get loose, but we saw a lot of Trey Benson and DeMarcado out there. Let's see. The Rook had Taylor out. Obviously, Aaron Jones was out because of the bye. Mahomes and Darnold. Damn, we got 3 quarterbacks. Nico Collins, obviously, on IR. And for Rebel Scum, yeah, no one on your bench that you could have started helped you out. Yeah. But yeah, that sucks by pretty much 3 points. 3 point something. Yeah, I could have sworn Chase Brown would have done a little bit more. I think he got that touchdown at towards the end, right? I was on my way home when that game was going on, so I didn't really see what happened. Tony Pollard, man, 17. He should be doing good now that, especially if with Tajay Spears out. But it's just that offense sucks, man. So they might lean on him a little more. Like I said, just keep track on Connor's injury. Same thing with Amon-Ra St. Brown as with Jahmyr Gibbs. It looks like, it's like they fell on the wayside. Like, what the fuck? Only 4 receptions, 37 yards. Yeah, I mean, you expect more from him, especially in a blowout like that. But yeah, fucking Evan Ingram coming back in 20 points. Fuck. That's crazy. No, but good shit. Rook picking up Justin Fields, 25 points. I know he'd do it against the fucking Raiders. But yeah, 37 points from Godwin fucking really pushed you over that edge. But nah, man, good shit. Good luck to both of you. Pretty much first and second place right there. Moved the Rook up to first and Rebel Scum up to second. Well, moved him down to second. Look at that. Fucking so yeah, good luck the rest of the way. All right, and bye weeks. The dreaded bye weeks. But this was not too bad. We only have 2 teams on a bye. Cowboys and Bears. For the Cowboys, we'll be missing Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, Rico Dowdle, and Jake Ferguson. For the Bears, missing Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift, and the defense. So yeah, some guys that some of us were definitely starting. My game winner this past week, Suck it Aziz. But yeah, make sure you check out those roster moves, or maybe if you want to play a little defense there. But yeah, we'll move on and go into waiver wire.
This week's Waiver Wire Pickups, brought to you by
Tus nalgas.
All right. And first up, we have the quarterback position. So I'm going to give you a few guys, and then for each position, I'm going to throw in a sleeper. Hey, could happen, could not happen. We'll see. So for QB, you got Brock Purdy versus KC. I know they're pretty good, but with that offense, I'm sure Brock Purdy could get it done with all those weapons. You got Ayuk, you got Debo, you got Kittle, Jordan Mason, even Juwan Jennings. You can get in there. But I think with those weapons, they could do it against KC. Geno Smith versus Atlanta. I mean, Geno Smith's throwing it a lot. We saw Baker Mayfield be able to throw on him. Saw Andy Dalton throw a little bit on him, but obviously Andy Dalton's gonna Andy Dalton throwing picks and shit for no goddamn reason. Should have checked it down. Sorry, as I was setting because I was like that was to Gene. Chuba Hubbard was underneath and he threw it to some. Anyways, Justin Herbert versus Arizona. Arizona has a bad defense. They might focus on just shutting down the run since Chargers are known for doing the run. Kind of like how they did it against Denver. They came out throwing the ball to throw off the defense, thinking they were gonna run the whole time, but at the end, he threw for like almost 200 yards or something like that. And my sleeper, Drake May versus Jacksonville. I mean, it worked for me again with Caleb Williams. I started Caleb Williams, gave me 4 touchdowns and some rushing. Drake May, same thing. He could do some rushing and he could throw all over that Jacksonville defense. Just a thought, in case y'all feeling a little dangerous or want to follow the matchup, So then we'll get into running back next. All right. In our next position, we have running back. Not too many on the wire, but some guys that maybe due to injury, they could be a start. So we got Ty Chandler versus Detroit. Again, Detroit's a tough defense. So it could be a start. I mean, they're saying Aaron Jones might miss, but who knows? He just had the bye. Just keep. I mean, we probably won't know if he's gonna play or not to the end of the week, but you could add him, see what's up. Same thing with Sean Tucker. Depends on Rachaad White how he's feeling, but he's also going up against Baltimore. Baltimore has a tough run defense. You could throw on Baltimore, but can't really run on them. So yeah, just like I said, keep track of what Rachaad White is doing. But I mean, he could be an ad. You could wait to the end, or fuck it. I wouldn't burn a high waiver wire on him. Tyler Goodson or Godson. He looked pretty good. I saw a few of his runs against a tough Tennessee defense, and they play. I'm not sure who they play actually. But I'll look that up in a bit. But yeah, it all depends on what Taylor, if Jonathan Taylor plays or not. If they play, then I mean maybe Goodson still gets a little bit of a run, but they play Miami. Damn, that's a good matchup. So yeah, hopefully. I mean, they're not saying it's a serious injury, but who knows, man? He's been out for 2 weeks already. So if it is that same thing that Joe Mixon had, maybe it's 4 weeks, 5 weeks, but could be an ad. Like I said, why not? Against a good Miami matchup, should be good for him. Dearness Johnson. I mean, they're saying ETN is week to week, but I think what they're gonna do is maybe make Bigsby the main guy. But against the Bears, it looked like Dearness was out there most of the time. So I'm not sure. I mean, you could take a flyer on him, start him. Hopefully, good things. I mean, they just gave up a bunch of yards to Joe Mixon and Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce coming off an injury and shit, and he sucked last year. So I could be, like I said, a spot start. And the sleeper Blake Corum versus Las Vegas. I mean, saw what Najee Harris did to Las Vegas. Maybe they get up big and just decide to put in Blake Corum to ice the game, save Kyron Williams, not get him injured and shit. And then worst case scenario, if something happens to Kyron Williams, you got Corum there, and he could be RB1 for the LA Rams. Like I said, all these are pretty much injury dependent, guys. That's all you're gonna find right now in the waiver wire. Not really one guy that you could pick up and get. I didn't put Garendo in here because it looks like Mason's gonna play, and pretty much he just had that big run and that was it. They also, if anything, Patrick Taylor had like more run towards the end of that game. So, I mean, up to you guys if you guys want to waste your waiver on him, but I'm not. So yeah, move on to wide receiver. All right, now to wide receivers. There's a good amount of wide receivers actually. So again, most of the list that I made up is not in any particular order. I just whatever I kind of looked up. So you got Michael Wilson versus the Chargers. Who knows if Marvin Harrison plays with that bitch ass fucking concussion he got, little bitch. So yeah, so he Michael Wilson, he had a good game, had a touchdown. Chargers a tougher defense, but I mean, I think Kyler Murray could do it. If not, get him some targets. If not, garbage time. Next we got the Packer wide receivers: Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Christian Watson. They're going up against Houston. I don't see why they were not able to put up points. Just saw DeMarcado and some other guys put up points against Houston. So why not? Boomer bust. I mean, they're gonna be like that. There's so many mouths to feed in Green Bay, but Jordan Love's throwing the ball all over the place. So I don't see why they wouldn't get their targets. So yeah, especially with Dontavian Wicks going down, more targets for Dobbs and Christian Watson. Next one, Demario Douglas against Jacksonville. It's a London game, but yeah, man, Demario Douglas has been pretty legit all season. You know, he's getting his targets up there and everything else. Drake May gives him a little bit more of a upside. Throw it downfield, not afraid to throw it downfield. Also escape pressure and, launch it downfield to him. So Demario Douglas, he had a pretty good game against Houston. Tyler Lockett. I mean, why not? That offense, they're saying what is it? A pass over on a neutral game script or something like that. Which means like they're throwing when they should be either running it or whatever, they're throwing the ball. So they're throwing the ball a lot over there in Seattle. So I mean, why not? Tyler Lockett versus Atlanta. Could be a sneaky shootout. Also, Juju Smith-Schuster versus San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco's a tough defense, but I mean, he could get some targets. Who knows how that goes? I mean, they'll probably focus more on stopping Travis Kelce and maybe open up some spots for Juju. I mean, I don't really trust Juju like that. When he was with KC that one year, he was like all over the place. He had boomer bust days, and then some days he'll give you like 3 catches for 40 yards. And it's like, I mean, that's not really what you want for a number one wide receiver, I guess. But up to you guys if you guys want to put in a waiver for him. And my sleeper is Bub Means from the New Orleans Saints, rookie number 16. He does go up against Denver, but hey, Patrick Surtain is out. And Bubs was getting the looks by Rattler. So I don't think Carr's gonna play. Rashid Shaheed is dealing with a knee injury. Chris Olave with concussion. He's in concussion protocol. Usually that's about a week. So I doubt he comes back for this Thursday night game. So just keep that in mind. It's a Thursday game. But yeah, Bub Means, check it out. He had a good game. Check out his stats. I just saw the reason I saw him was because I was doing that the highlight video for Baker Mayfield, so I had to watch that game, and he had some pretty impressive catches there. So just take a look, man, or stash him. But yeah, we'll move on to the shitty tight end. All right, and now to the dreaded tight end position. A little bit of some guys on the bench. I mean, some guys on the wire. You could spot start. You got Dalton Schultz versus Green Bay. He did get I believe 8 targets against New England. I don't know. Trey McBride just lit up Green Bay, so maybe. Uh, David Njoku versus Cincinnati. He was getting the targets also this past game. Hopefully they make a change and put in Jameis Winston. Kate Otten, he's been pretty legit. And then Baltimore gives up a good amount of points to the tight end position. Brock Bowers put up some points on him. Zach Ertz this past weekend put up 10 points on him. Just saying. Hunter Henry versus Jacksonville. Like I said, keep targeting Jacksonville. They suck. Looks like they're going back to their old ways. But yeah, Hunter Henry versus Jacksonville. And the sleeper, Will Dissly versus Arizona. He was getting the targets this past weekend with Quentin Johnson going down. It looked like McConkey went down. I don't know what the fuck was going on with McConkey. But he came back. Quentin Johnson didn't. So, I mean, monitor that. But I don't see why he shouldn't get some targets there. Will Dissly. But yeah, check it out. Not much to talk about. A lot of these are just crapshoots. It's a lot of shit's like fucking pick them up, start them. Hopefully, it gives you some points, or just keep starting the person you have. Fuck it. It's 5 points, 6 points from the tight end position at this point. It's all you could fucking wish for. Should have made it a fucking super flex and got rid of tight end, but no. Let's keep tight end, guys. All right, we'll move on to defense. All right, and on to defenses. We have Cincinnati versus Cleveland. Apparently, Cleveland hasn't scored more than 20 points in a game, as a stat they were throwing out as I was listening to one of the podcasts. I haven't checked it out, but that's crazy. 20 points on offense. That doesn't count like the defense scoring, like that fumble return, something return or whatever the fuck they do. But no, yeah, like the offense hasn't scored more than 20 points in a game this whole season. So I don't know. Cincinnati, they are at Cleveland, so monitor that. The Rams versus Las Vegas. Fucking Las Vegas, man. Let me down. They're supposed to be a good year. But fuck it, they traded Devontae Adams. Maybe get a high pick. If we keep sucking, maybe we get 2 picks in the top 5 or whatever. So, hey, man, who knows? The Jets versus Pittsburgh. I mean, Jets are a pretty solid defense. Pittsburgh, yeah, they put up points, but they put it up against the Las Vegas. So I'm not really impressed by it. So So yeah, I mean, why not Jets versus Pittsburgh? And then my sleeper, New England versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville's like struggling a bit. New England's tough, man. They're a pretty solid defense. I mean, they could get scored on, but still, I mean, like I said, uh, Jacksonville's struggling. Then I don't know what's going on with them. Are they gonna fire Doug Peterson or what? But yeah, just in case everybody else gets waiver wired and you need someone, fuck it, why not throw them in there? Defense, it's more of like you just play the matchup, y ya estuvo, and hope for the best. But yeah, that's defense waiver wire. All right, and that'll do it for me. Don't forget to set your waiver wire if you need to set your waiver wire. I mean, unless you guys really need it, I need to burn that priority to get somebody you really want on the wire. Just make sure that whoever's on your IR isn't questionable. I just had to drop somebody to put Cooper Kupp back in my lineup because I guess he's questionable, even though he might not play. I don't know. They're saying if he gets some good practice, but it's like, why not just leave him out? So yeah, I had to drop somebody to put him into my lineup. So yeah, that's the thing with IRs. You know, if they're declared questionable, you can't put a waiver claim on somebody and shit like that. That way, it keeps you from trying to add people and shit without moving people back into your lineup. But yeah, man, good luck to everybody. I'll talk to you guys later. Might do the video maybe Thursday, just so that way it moves and practices and all that shit could get through, and then give you guys a little more information. And so yeah, but let me know. Maybe Wednesday works better for you guys. I could do either day. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Peace out, bitches.
Thank you for watching the Los Borrachos Happy Hour. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.